Hello, CPRS moderators. I'm John Glazer. I'm the Director of Communications here at CPRS, and welcome to the new CPRS Communities Event Module demonstration. Today I'm going to show you basically 4 different types of registrations that you guys can use for your events. I'm also going to talk about the event registration, how it looks to your members. And thirdly, we're going to create an event registration using the full registration model. All right, so I told you that there's basically 4 different types of events. There's actually 5 event registration types, but I'm only going to show you 4. These are the only ones you really need to be concerned about. There's the no registration event, which is a calendar entry item only. Cool thing about this is that there's an actual button on that event page that allows your district or section member to upload it to their personal calendar. Second type is RSVP. This is if you're going to just need a kind of a head count, but not necessarily, you don't need people to register for the event. There's a simple registration which just gathers their name, agency, phone number, email address, and those kind of mandatory things. And then there's a full registration, which is just like simple, but you're allowed to ask a series of questions. For instance, what are their ADA requirements? What's their t-shirt size? Do they have a food preference, and so forth. So those are the 4 types of registration types. Now, when you do arrive on those registration home pages, they're all basically contain the same information. So there's the event title, the date, the description, which allows full HTML features. You can include multicolored text, graphics, videos, and hyperlinks. There's your contact information, there's a link to registration, and there's attendance instructions. So if it's in person, of course, the place that it's at. If it's online, a phone number to call, or a website to link to, and if it's a call in, the phone number. All right, so let's kind of look at these landing pages from the standpoint what the member will see. I have a beta tester website, and so if any of you are interested, I would definitely suggest joining this group. I test everything out here before I go live with anything, and it's a good place for you guys to practice with things. So in our events here, I've got 4 different registration types already set up, and we're going to go check out the no registration option first. So again, here's the landing page. It looks similar to most of the pages. You've got your title, got your date, and then your description of the event itself, and you go down the location and contact information. And so the cool thing I said about the no registration event is that you can actually download it to your personal calendar. All right, that one's it. Let's move on to the RSVP one. Again, title, date, here's your description. We've added a graphic, here's some color text. And this one, you would just simply click on RSVP if you want to join the event, and it will send you a confirmation email. And you can also, again, download it to your calendar, or you can share the event with other people. Now, the only bad thing about the RSVP is it only works for members who are logged into the site. If you have a non-member who you want to RSVP, you're going to have to give them a different option, so they can either email you or text you or what have you. All right, then there's a simple registration. Again, title, date, description, and now over here you see there's actually registration information on this, and there's pricing involved as well. You have 3 different kind of pricing structures. You have early, regular, and late, and then you have member, non-member, or if you have a single registration, that's just a simple one. Again, this has a location attached to it, so it's a CPRS office, my contact information, and so forth. You can also register multiple people using the simple and the full registration options. And then let's kind of demo a full registration one, just so you can see that you can register yourself and you can register others, and how the questions work on that. Again, title, date, description of the event, pricing information, and so forth. So if I'm going to go ahead and try and register for this, I've already started this event, but we'll register and start from there. So I'm going to complete my registration. All right, so if I want to add a person, you can come in here and it will actually look for the person you want to register and pull their contact information from the database. So let's see, I'm gonna register our finance person. And so it's Tammy Campos, and of course I did find her. So I'm going to add her to the event as my registration. If I want to add somebody who's not in the system, who's not a member, so let's say Julie Smithson, she is with CPRS, but she's not in our system, and her email is julie@cprs.org, which is not a true email address, but anyway. So I'll add her. I don't know if it'll work or not with a bad email. And there we go. Okay, so now here's the people that I've sort of already tried to register. And as I go to next, it's going to ask me the questions for each individual person. So we've set these kind of preset these questions here. If you have a disability, what is it? There's a special question one. There's what's your favorite color? And we ask what's your favorite cookie. For me, it's oatmeal raisin. Moving on to Julie's registration. You know, Julie probably doesn't have any disabilities. There's no questions there. But this is a required question, her favorite cookie, so she's chocolate chip. And then if we move on to Tammy's registration, and she's going to be peanut butter. Okay. And so now I've got my registration here. We've got some, Julie Smith is not a member, so you can see she's at $75. I'm a member. Susan and Tammy are also members, so they're at $50. I can pay by PayPal, or I can create an invoice and actually send in a check with that. All right, so that's kind of a quick demonstration on how the sites look to the members. Let's go ahead and create a new event from scratch. So starting from your event page on your group, click Add Event. You want to give it a title. You're going to choose what type it is. Again, remember, there's only 4 types you should concentrate on. There's a whole bunch of them here. Some of these are out of the box. Some of them we kind of created, like Zoom meetings and so forth. But really the 4 you want to work on is RSVP. You want to look at no registration. Simple registration is professional development new. I'll probably change that name for you guys. And then full registration is the one we're going to work on now. This is a beta tester event. Here's some test information. This is the description area. And again, you can add graphics, you can add video, you can make a nice color text if you want, and so forth. If you have an external website, link it here. Most of you don't. If you have a event icon of some kind, your conference logo or what have you, you can upload it here. Let me give you a quick demo of what those look like. All right, if you have a registration number you need to cap at because of a Zoom call or room set, then you can put that here. Here's where you include your questions. So what's your, what is your t-shirt size? These are open-ended questions that you can't have drop-down choices or multiple choice. It's just open-ended. So you can include the question if you want people to see it. If you want it to be a required question, do you need CEUs? Then you would click on Include plus Required. If you don't click on Include, it's not going to show up on the registration. Here's your ADA question if you want to add that. And if the person wants to use their nickname, you can add that information here as well. Okay, start date. So we're going to make this August 20th. Let's make it September 30th. All right, time zone. Please select American Los Angeles. How will people attend? So again, you can attend in person, conference call, or online. I think you can actually select all 3 if you wanted. Yes, you can. So we're going to just from the physical address. We're in the U.S. This is going to be at the CPRS office, which is 7971 Freeport Boulevard. You can add your contact information or others. So pricing is kind of cool. Again, you can have 3 pricing, so you can have early, regular, and late. Let's go ahead and do all those so you can see how that looks. So the regular registration is going to start right now. And I'm sorry, we're going to start with early. Early registration is going to start right now. And regular registration is going to start on August 24th. It's going to end on August 28th, so a short part there. And then late registration is going to end on September 10th because I need to have all the information in beforehand. So you notice these 2 are grayed out, and the reason they're grayed out is when the early ends is when the regular begins, and late will start after the regular ends. So you don't need to have these 2 information there. As far as pricing goes, they're simple, which means it's a single price for whether you're a member or non-member. If you want to be member, non-member, click here, and it will then give you the member, non-member rates. Come in here and drop in your prices, and so forth. And you're pretty much kind of ready to go. At the very bottom down here, which I can't scroll to, is you're going to click on Save. And now we have an event, test demo event. Has the A-Team logo there that I dropped in for my event. Here's the registration dates, early, regular, and late. Here's our pricing information and so forth. So that is in a really quick, down and dirty demonstration of the event module. If you guys have any questions, you can always get a hold of me. John Glazer. My email is john@cprs.org. The phone number is 916-665-2777. And like I said, feel free, if you are ever stuck on anything and struggling with something, just give me a call first. Don't spend too much time on this. It shouldn't take you more than 10-15 minutes to actually create an event. All right, everybody, take care. See you soon.